Southern California Prep Insider. I'm Katie Austin.
And I am Tommy Morris. We're here at Veterans Memorial Stadium in Long Beach for the Long Beach Poly and Sarah matchup, two of the top teams in the section. I am very excited for this one.
Yes, but you guys know the drill by now. First things first, before we get all the game day excitement, we have to hit our top recruits.
That's right, the first one's gonna be Connor Morissette. You know, Katie, last week we had too many quarterbacks, too many pretty boys. I want a lineman. Connor, help me out.
I'm here at Narbonne High School with offensive lineman Jonah Tau-Anuu. Jonah, you've committed to Oregon. Congratulations. How excited are you to go play for the Ducks?
I'm very excited. You know, Coach Cristobal has something building over there, and it just feels like it's great to be a part of it. And can't wait to get down there and change things.
I know that there are a ton of California kids who are committed as well. Sean Dollars, Javon Wilson, Micah Pittman. Are you excited to play with some of the best from California, kind of take the local kids and bring them up north?
Yeah, most definitely. Me and Sean and Jeremiah, we're kind of close, and you know, we just have a good communication, and we all plan on making something happen.
On social media, your mom's got a big presence, and I know she's a big person in your life. What's your relationship like with her, and how helpful was she during the recruiting process?
She's very helpful. She was very helpful, and I mean, it's a different type of, like, I don't know how to explain this. Like, yeah, my relationship with my mom is good. Yeah.
You guys picked up your first win against Palos Verdes. How did that feel after losing the first two?
It felt great just to have a game for us to get ourselves together. And I mean, I'm not going to downplay Palos Verdes. They're a good team, but I feel like we could have done better in the game, been a little bit more disciplined. We had a lot of penalties, and we're just going to try to come back from that this week and get the win against the team.
What do you guys need to do to get back to that state championship level that you were at last year?
We just need to work on our team chemistry, you know, pump everybody up to be able to go through all 15 games and just work harder and harder every week and getting better.
You've blocked a ton of kids, really talented kids, from in-game playing at Narbonne to camps at the opening. Who are some of the toughest or the toughest player you've ever had to block? I
mean, well, now that I think about it, it's two players that really been giving me competition. Well, the whole time I played against them. One was Nolan Smith at the opener, and the other one was Drake Jackson. We see each other at every camp, and yeah, we basically do one-on-ones every week at camps that we go to.
So when you go up against those guys, what's it like? Because most of the time you're going to dominate the one-on-one, but when you finally get someone who's on your level, does that kind of ratchet it up a little bit? Are you a little bit more excited when those guys line up on the other side of you?
Yeah, most definitely. It's just great to be able to go against players to, you know, compete and get each other better. And just at the end of the day, you guys both know that you guys both gave it your all and helping the other one get better.
What was your experience like at the opening, going up against some of the top guys like you mentioned, but what were some other highlights?
It was exciting. It was fun. I mean, it was really a lot of highlights. It was like the first day, I think, where you came in the locker room. They just supplied us like a whole bunch of Jordan stuff, and it was just cool, yeah. And then, I mean, the competition there was great. It was exciting to be able to just go against all sorts of the best players in the nation and just show out.
Jonah, the last question for you. What are your expectations for the rest of your senior year? What do you want to accomplish?
I want to go through the season, you know, come out state champion, obviously, but I just want to make myself better and help my team better and prepare for college and just, yeah.
That's Jonah Tau-Anuu, offensive lineman from Narbonne. Jonah, thank you so much.
No problem.
Thank you so much, Connor, out in LA with that top recruit. But Tommy, we have a second one, and it's Jessica.
That's right, Jessica's out at Heritage where she talked to a middle linebacker and running back, another big bruiser. Love to see that. Jessica, the floor is all yours.
I'm with Ika Tautala, linebacker and running back here at Heritage High School. Now, Ika, you're someone who holds tradition very close to your heart. Before every game, you go out there and you wear a flag around your shoulders. Can you talk a little bit about why you wear that flag and why that flag is so symbolic to you?
That flag is really important to me. I like to represent where I'm from and who I'm playing for. I always got to keep that in the back of my head.
And can you talk a little bit about the recruitment process, how that's been going for you so far? It's your senior year. I know you're looking forward to that.
Yeah, the recruitment process is so far so good. I have a couple colleges coming out here to see me and watch me. I'm just looking forward to my senior year and show more college is what I'm about on the field.
What are you looking forward to the most about playing college ball?
Been able to get my degree free and the audience and be on TV.
And you are one of the captains of this team. What sort of leadership qualities do you have that really help lead this team?
Lead by example. That's really important because there's some players on our team that likes to wander off or do their own thing, and being the captain, showing them what to do and get this team right. Yeah.
That's exactly what you need right there. Now, I know you made the first team All-League. What would you say have been one of your biggest accomplishments since playing here at Heritage?
Being the captain. That was looking up to the captains of the past year when I was on varsity. I really wanted to be one of those captains, and that moment has come. So I'm ready to take on the challenge and all the responsibility that comes with it.
Now, it's a little different this year for Heritage. You were originally in the Sun Belt League. Now you're in the Ivy League. You have a couple of tough competitors with Rancho Verde, Paloma Valley. What are you looking forward to the most about playing against them this year?
I'm looking forward to the challenge. The Sun Belt League that we're in, there was a couple of good teams in there, but this year we're in Ivy League now. There's more competitors and better teams that we're going to play.
Now, what matchup are you looking forward to the most?
I'm looking forward to the Orange Lutheran game.
Coming up for you guys pretty soon. What would you say is the difference between playing at home versus playing away?
Playing at home, the community coming out here to support us. I know it's a little hard for them to come with us when away games, but being at home is more excited. We feel the pressure on us other than play away, and it's just our parents coming out there for us. So yeah.
And it's your senior year, as we said. What are just a couple of things that you're really looking forward to accomplishing in this final season for you?
Looking forward to being hopefully the MVP for the Ivy League. It's just something that I really want, so I just got to work hard for it.
Future MVP right here. Watch him. Now, what can fans expect from you guys this season?
Something to watch on the field. I'm gonna look forward to deliver the boom every play, either carrying the ball or not carrying the ball. Yeah.
One last one for you. What's just a piece of advice that you would give to someone coming into play here at Heritage?
Just work hard. Do you. Don't worry about other teams. Worry about yourself. Get yourself better. That's just how you're gonna get your team better.
Thank you for your time. I look forward to watching.
Yep. Thank you.
That's all for this Top Recruit.
Thank you so much, Jessica. Now it is Beverly's turn.
Yes, it is, and Beverly has a player that is 6'6" at the San Juan Hills. Let's see it, Beverly.
I'm here with Sean Ryan, offensive and defensive lineman at San Juan Hills. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So you have official offers from anywhere from Pac-12 programs to really big programs like Notre Dame and Alabama. What are you looking for in a college?
Education is first, and then relationship with the coaches, and then location with the school, I guess. Just whatever I feel most comfortable in, I guess.
How would you describe your playing style?
I like to finish a lot of plays. I go into the whistle, so I guess hard, smash mouth football. Old school, I guess. Coach Everoni says I play with a calm rage, but sometimes it gets out of hand, so...
You're a top 100 prospect, but you don't do Twitter, you don't do social media. What made you make that decision?
Well, I never was on it to begin with, and I didn't even know that was like a thing in the recruitment process, and I never felt like I needed it. I felt like it was just a problem waiting to happen, so just never got one.
How would your teammates describe you?
Friendly giant, big friendly giant, but that changes when the game starts, I think.
Do you have a team nickname?
So people call me Maui from Moana.
What gets you really hyped before a game?
The national anthem. That's the main one. That gets me the most kind of into it.
How would you pitch yourself to a college?
I'll play whatever position you want me to, and I'll try my best to do the best I can at it.
What's the most motivational or inspirational thing anyone's ever said to you?
My dad told me to play for those who can't. I've been gifted and blessed to be able to play football and play with high intensity with minimal injury. Being able to run is already a gift, but playing football is another one, for people who want to play but can't. So that's what I play for.
Who's your football idol?
Either Soldier, Incognito's kind of he's not that great of a role model, but He's a good football player.
What's your go-to hype-up song?
Till I Collapse by Eminem. Me and my friend Steven's song. We bump it really loud, and then we get ready for the game, and then the national anthem's like the final kind of icing on the cake to get me ready to play.
And how would you describe the culture and brotherhood here?
Positive. A lot of fun. We have fun. Even when we're running, we still have fun. So, I mean, we get mad. There's screaming, but always after, clap it up, shake each other's hands, make a couple jokes, and then get right back into it. So.
Awesome. Thank you so much, and best of luck the rest of your season.
Thank you.
From San Juan to San Diego, we got Christian's top recruit up next.
That's right. So what do you say we hit the 110, down to the 405, hit the 5, maybe a little bit of traffic in the carpool lane, and then make our way down to San Diego, huh?
Sounds good.
Here
Sounds
it is.
good.
Thank you very much. I am now joined by one of the premier deep threats in San Diego. This is Casey Grandforth. He's an athlete here at University City, primarily on the offensive side, plays a little bit of defense, does a little bit of everything. That's what happens when you're big and you're athletic and you play a bunch of sports. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, for you, you're rocking that U City. That's something that is relatively new. That happened while you were here at University City. So tell us, man, 4 years, you're finally a senior. What's this all been like?
It's crazy just coming here like freshman year, like I trained with him a little bit, like 8th grade summer, and then hoping to get on varsity, but never knowing if you're gonna get on varsity. And then getting pulled up the first game on for varsity. So I haven't missed a varsity game since freshman year. So it's just crazy, like the legacy we're trying to build. We've made it to semifinals twice. So hopefully we make it to finals this year so I can go out with a bang. But it's great. It's like a family right now. Like I don't even know what I'm gonna do on senior now. I'll probably be tearing up, crying, but it's just like crazy because I love everyone on the team and all my coaches.
Well, a lot of that has had to do with the mindset that your class, like you said, you're trying to leave that legacy. So what exactly is that legacy that you want?
Just like more so a bond between the team. Like look at like other teams like ask us to look up to us and try to be like us. Not so much like say, oh, let's try to get a ring like they did, because that's like our main goal is to get a ring, but more so be like, I'm trying to have that bond that team did. Like they hang out after practice, they hang out on the weekend. Once football season's over, it doesn't seem like football season's over because they're still hanging out, even if it's basketball season, track season, whatever. Like we'll never lose like each other's bond whatsoever. So that's more so how we're gonna try to.
Really trying to build a family dynamic here that comes first before the football. Now, for the people out there that are just meeting you as a football player, sort of introduce your style of play, because you're, like I mentioned, the premier deep threat, but the offense is really focused around you a lot of the time on Friday nights.
Yeah, I see myself as like a Julio Jones, but just a little slower, because like he's much faster than everyone he goes against. But I'm usually faster than people I go against, but usually I use my routes and like the technique in my hands to get open more so than just speed. And I like to use my size now, but I know in college that size is they're gonna be pretty equal with the people I'm going against. So I just gotta work on my speed. And yeah, I just see myself as like Julio Jones. Like if you need a first down, I can get it for you, and I can get those extra yards when you need them.
Now, all of that has culminated in the next level is very interesting. You've gotten a couple college offers. So what has that process been like, getting recruited, and what are you looking for in a college?
It's been really good, like a lot of meetings in the bungalow and learning. You meet a lot of new people, and like it just builds up connections. And all these coaches are super nice. I love like the recruiting business. Like they're super cool and they're super welcoming. And what I really look for in a college is like, I haven't gone on any visits, but I'm looking for like good campus, good family bond, how the coaches run their offense, how like, even if I'm playing defense, how the defense is ran also, but really just how the family is at the college.
Do they have to rock the baby blue colors? Because these look good on you on Friday nights. Are you willing to switch over to a red or a green school or something like that?
Yeah, I'm willing to switch over. It's not, I don't have an offer from North Carolina, but if I did, it'd be hard to turn down with that beautiful Columbia blue.
There you go, folks. This guy right here, really fun to watch on Friday night. It's deep threat every single week. Casey Grandforth, know the name. Thank you very much for joining us. That'll do it for our San Diego top recruit.
No one knows where it comes from. Why some have it and some don't. It's the fighting spirit. It consumes fear and weakness. It stands ready to fight whatever shape the battle takes. Because as long as there are battles, there will always be Marines.
The sum above difference is options. Go ahead and take a moment to feast your eyes on our fresh grilled chicken cheesesteaks. Okay, time's up. Jersey Mike's, be a sub above.
No one knows where it comes from. Why some have it and some don't. It's the fighting spirit. It consumes fear and weakness. It stands ready to fight whatever shape the battle takes. Because as long as there are battles, there will always be Marines.
The sub above difference is grilled. Because if you're making a cheesesteak and you're not using a hot grill to make it, well, you're not making a cheesesteak. Give our grill a go. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Thank you so much, Alex. If you guys are loving Southern California Prep Insider, we have a ton more content for you guys. You can follow us on our socials, SC Prep Insider, SS. We have YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. What else, Tommy?
I have a MySpace account, but I don't think that plays here. But anyway, if you're in San Diego, it's at SC Prep Insider for all that information down in San Diego. We have additional interviews. We have our podcast, more in-depth information. We have some cool photos on our Instagram, so make sure to go there at SC Prep Insider and SC Prep Insider SS.
We have a lot.
We have a lot. Live updates, all kind of stuff. We also have advice from a pro. Normally we go to an athlete or a team in the NFL, Major League Baseball. But we got a special guest for this one, so I don't want to spoil it. I just want people to figure it out.
Let's check it out.
All right, for this advice from pro, we have a very special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Well, hi there, Tommy. I'm Rob Wygod, Commissioner of Athletics, CIF Southern Section.
And yes, Rob is the guy who you send all those angry emails to. So how many?
Yeah, I'm the guy, but you know what? It's okay because I believe in what we do and who we do it for. So it's about young people and giving them a chance to get out here and show their abilities. So I'm fine with it. Send it all.
You're good at my book. I get enough angry tweets to where I understand. Don't worry about that. The hot button thing that a lot of people want to talk about, transfers. How do you transfer? What qualifies you for transferring? How does all that work?
Well, there's a variety of different things in the transfer world, but I think what people need to realize is that I don't make the rules. Actually, it's our member schools that make them, and they decide, how they want the transfer rules to be. And right now, actually, in our section, we're trying to get feedback from our schools, and we've done a survey that just closed today to get an idea if they like the current transfer rules or if they're looking for us to maybe make adjustments to them. So I go to a week meeting next week in Sacramento, and we'll have a big discussion statewide about transfer rules. So I think, it's something we always want to keep an eye on and see that, what we're doing and how it's working is the most effective way.
And what are some of those things you might change?
Well, again, I think it has to do with some of the different permutations, if you want to call it that. We have a rule where if you make a move with your family that you're eligible. We have a rule that if you don't move with your family, we have a hardship waiver application. So there's a variety of different things that come to play when you talk about transfers. And I think it's really important for us to take the temperature of our schools and find out what they really want to do, because it is about them and making the rules. That's their job.
And so you talk about the state level going to Sacramento. Is this something that you're going to try and make uniform throughout all CIF, or is each section going to have their own little set of rules?
The transfer rules are statewide, so all 10 sections, and that's why when we get together as commissioners, that's what we're doing next week in Sacramento for a couple of days. We're always trying to, do what we think is best for the entire state, and I think we'll be able to do some things, again, working together. That's the best way we've been able to get anything done.
And some other stuff, too, that a lot of people talk about, the divisions, that kind of stuff. Is anything else can be discussed while you go up there to Sacramento with all the other commissioners?
Oh, yeah, there'll be a lot of things on the agenda, but things like, playoffs and competitive equity and those particulars about each section. We have our own way of doing things in Southern Section that may be different than others. So there's a full agenda for 2 days, and there'll be a lot to talk about. We have in-services where they will teach us about legal aspects of things, or insurance issues, or financial issues, or just anything that relates to high school athletics.
And I'm asking this dangerously because I know you're not going to want to answer this, but if there are any parents or administrators out there that want to get a hold of you, how does that happen?
Oh, absolutely. Rob W. at CIFSS.org. And honestly, Tommy, they're not all bad emails and they're not all bad calls. There's a really, really large amount of good people that do great things for young people out here and a lot of other places. So this is a great thing for kids to do, is be involved in education-based athletics. And as long as it's that way, those that complain or those that have an issue with some things, I can always deal with that, because I keep my focus on that large number who really are about this for young men and young women to do something that helps them later in life.
That's awesome. And speaking of you earlier in life, you're very familiar with this field. Want to tell everybody why?
Well, you know, I'm a Long Beach guy. I went to Long Beach Wilson High School, and I played football there and actually played in this very stadium a couple of times as a high schooler. And then I coached right down the street here at Lakewood High School for 14 years. I coached football, and we played a lot of games here as well. So to come to Veterans Stadium in Long Beach is home, and it's kind of ironic that I'm here as the commissioner of the Southern Section when, you know, the first time I was here, I was a junior in high school playing football.
If I would have told that junior in high school that one day he'd be the commissioner of CIF, would he have believed it?
Never would have believed it. Never thought I would ever be in a position like this one. But I'm very lucky, and I really, really enjoy what I do. And I feel very responsible for keeping this organization moving forward, trying to make it better every day. And that's really our focus as a staff. And I'm very, very fortunate for the support I get. Our schools are great to work with, and we just want to keep it going and keep making it better.
Mr. Commissioner, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Tom.
Welcome back to Southern California Prep Insider. Tommy and Katie still here at Veterans Memorial Stadium getting ready for Long Beach Poly and Sarah. Should be a good one, but this is the part of the show where we slow things down and talk building character.
Yep, Alex Scar has a story at Valencia High School about a player who has a heartwarming story. He is staying so strong. Let's take a look.
On December 3rd of 2014, she was told that it was incurable, and she was given around 6 months to live. And then April 12th of 2015, she passed away.
Valencia's Davis Kopp is consistently described by teammates and coaches as a great kid and a great leader. He's on ranking boards as a baseball star and turned himself into a pretty good quarterback too. All that while dealing with the loss of his mother Dana, who passed after a battle with breast cancer in April of 2015.
You know, everything as she went through this was about me and my brother and my sister, and you know how we were making sure we were okay, and it was totally us before her. And if she was in pain, she would never let us see that because she wanted to know how our day at school was and know how, you know, practice was, and she wanted to come to our games, and she wanted to still be, you know, the great mom that she always was.
He's the oldest of 3 sports-playing siblings, furthering that leadership role as he remains active in their lives as athletes.
You know, I don't think that, you know, what we've been through has done anything to divide us. And, you know, I'm really close to them, and I love them to death, and there's nothing that I wouldn't do for them. And I know it's the same the other way around, and I really, you know, look to them for help at times, and I know they look up to me, and seeing all the things that they've been able to accomplish through everything that we've gone through, and it's been just amazing to see because how great they are.
But there's never been an easy way to deal with the loss of his biggest fan.
It's definitely not something that you'll ever forget or get over. It's just learning to deal with it, and it's the same thing in life. You're going to have to learn to deal with stuff and go through hard times and be able to come through stronger on the other side.
You can't forget a loss like the one Davis experienced, but you can get through it. Davis says his mother remains a part of everything he does.
I feel like anything that I do anywhere is always dedicated to my mom because she was so, you know, prevalent in my life and everything that she thought I should accomplish and what I should do. I mean, after sports and after, you know, college and everything, you know, I want to start a family and, you know, be the parent that I feel like my mom was, and be there for my kids and, you know, come to their games and do whatever they need me to do. I want to be there for the same way she was.
The sum above difference is options. Go ahead and take a moment to feast your eyes on our fresh grilled chicken cheesesteaks. Okay, time's up. Jersey Mike's, be a sub above.
No one knows where it comes from. Why some have it and some don't. It's the fighting spirit. It consumes fear and weakness. It stands ready to fight whatever shape the battle takes. Because as long as there are battles, there will always be Marines.
The sub above difference is grilled. Because if you're making a cheesesteak and you're not using a hot grill to make it, well, you're not making a cheesesteak. Give our grill a go. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
All right, Tommy, those loud cheers are right behind us. They are about to kick off. You're antsy. Are you ready for game day?
I'm bouncing up and down. I'm ready to go. Just like these kids are lined up for the kickoff. We got to get out there. We got to go.
Let's go.
All right, here we go.
Game day is brought to you by Jersey Mike's.
All right, you guys, I am here with the flag runners of Long Beach Poly. So you guys, explain to me exactly what you guys do.
Well, we would just run flags every time they make a touchdown or goal, and then we go down and then we come back and we're done.
And why do you guys do this? Tell me, are you guys a part of an organization or club?
So we're a part of ASB, or Student Council, or known as Student Commission. So yeah, we just support our team.
And what do you love most about doing this?
It's just fun to show like our team spirit and like just all the spirit that Poly has.
You guys, what do you love most about being on this team?
I love the coaching aspect of it. They teach us to be better role models and spirit leaders. They teach us outside of cheer to be better people. Even in cheer, we go through routines over and over, and it just helps us so much. They condition, they work us out, and it's all worth it at the end.
I'm here in the student section at Long Beach Poly. Who here is the biggest fan? Okay, so what makes you the biggest fan?
Well, I dance and cheer, and I'm crazy. I'm a diehard Poly fan.
Okay, so you dance and cheer. Can you show us one of your favorite dances?
Yeah, I got you right here.
Let's see it. Wow. All right, what's your name?
Aurelius.
All right, you are the Jersey Mike's fan of the game. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yes, the Poly!
Thank you so much for watching this episode of Southern California Prep Insider. I'm Katie Austin.
I am Tommy Morris, and for the whole SCPI staff, thank you so much for watching here from Veterans Memorial Stadium. Upland, be ready. We're coming for you next week.